Funky.
Hey everybody, welcome back behind the bar this evening. My second video of the night. The first one is actually already uploaded and great. At least I like it. Battle Beer's Alchemist, but Kansas pulled it out in overtime against Kentucky, so we're celebrating up in this mug. That's what I do. So we're doing that tonight with, in my opinion, a whale. When it comes to the IPA world, it's kind of hard to get much bigger. We are doing Lawson's Finest Liquids Triple Sunshine IPA. Not Sip of Sunshine, not Double Sunshine, but Triple Sunshine. This lupulin-laden Indian Pale Ale is packed with juicy tropical fruits, character, bright floral aromas, and exceptional layers of flavor. Store cold, pour carefully, and then close your eyes and enjoy a tropical variation in a glass. This is not they don't date their bottles, but I know that this was purchased like in the last week. So I'm assuming it's very fresh. It's a triple IPA whale. I mean, I would put it a step below like Pliny the Younger, which isn't in bottles. And maybe something like, I don't know, Exponential Hoppiness, which, I don't know where that bottle went. Which is a triple IPA I was really excited to try and got a bottle of it recently and did a review. I actually haven't even uploaded yet. You'll probably see this before you see that review. And it was very actually disappointing to me. Not bad. It was an A- beer though, and I expected A+. So yeah, no. So we'll open this one, see if it's the same. I love Pliny the Younger and a lot of good triple IPAs out there. I'm trying to think of the other ones that I've had. 120-minute Dog from Dogfish is fine. It's a little over the top for me. But I'm pumped to drink this. I had a bottle of this long ago, but it was really old at that point. It was almost 2 months old, so I think that I left a little bit on the table with that one. I will say Lawson has some of the best caps out there. They're sexy. Actually, I already have one on my beer cap map. I may add another one though because I really like their caps. But enough talking. Let's get this into a glass and see what we think. Triple IPAs can be very hit or miss. I mean, it's kind of a gimmick thing, right? Overall, but some people can do it well. Most people do it very poorly. So let's get it into a glass and see what we think. This bottle comes courtesy of my man Geoff, as did my previous review. I am eternally grateful for this. You are the man. I appreciate you watching and everything, all your comments. So let's see what we think, guys. I can smell this from here, which is not a surprise from a triple IPA, but pours pretty clear in a glass, a little bit of haze to it, but I can see the shadow of my finger. It's kind of a pea yellow, like very unhydrated urine, kind of an ambery yellow. That's what it looks like. It looks like pee in the glass, but poured out with about a finger ahead. Big soapy bubbles. Carbonation's going away. We're already seeing some glass lacing, which I would expect from, I think it's 10.5% ABV. So yeah, pretty much what you'd expect. I mean, the head's pretty much gone already, but it looks great. A lot of carbonation. I mean, you move it around, there's definitely lots of bubbles in there, almost like champagne effervescent. So it looks really good in the glass. That's a good sign. Before I dig into it, I would say from exponential hoppiness, the one thing that is a struggle with triple IPAs is covering up the alcohol, right? I mean, this is a 10.5% beer. You're in stout territory now. So in order to get it up that high, you're adding a lot of grains. You're adding a lot of sugar usually, either in the way of like a Belgian candy sugar or honey or something like that to naturally get the yeast to eat and give off more alcohol. So that gives it a sweetness, and you got to get hops and other things to offset that. So we'll see what's going on. Let's see what it smells like. A lot of sweetness from the malt bill, maybe some of the sugars, but I'm getting some tropical fruits, definitely some pineapple, peach, mango, tangerine. I mean, big tropical fruits, though. I mean, more so than exponential hoppiness is. Yeah, like I said, huge fruits. A little bit of sweetness, but not overpowering. You don't get the malt bill's definitely not there. It's definitely fruits. There's something there I'm not placing. Almost like a like just overripe, like peach pineapple. It's just like juicy. I love it. It smells great. As far as, before I dig into this, as far as like my triples go, number one for me is still Pliny the Younger. That beer is huge, really dank, really bitter, really fruity, and covers up the alcohol perfectly. You would think it was a 7% beer when you're drinking it, which I think is insanely impressive, which is actually, it's Pliny the Younger week in 2 weeks. Anyways, so yeah, that's what I think. Let's see what it tastes like. I'm pretty excited. Geoff, cheers, buddy. I really appreciate it. Cheers. Oh, wow. Wow. I did not expect that from the nose. Holy shit. This is big tropical fruits. Big, but like pineapple, I almost want to say coconut. Like, it's got this like just like on the beach like pineapple drink with like a pina colada in it, like tropical, like mango, kiwi, papaya, the stone fruit table. Like it's huge tropical, huge tropical fruits. That is ridiculous. I did not. I'm sorry. I just didn't expect that. I expected like a really overly sweet, like peachy, pineapple-y, but this is like being on a beach. That's crazy good. Holy shit. Don't get me wrong, this is 10.5%, and I can't pretend that there's no alcohol to this. It's not, it doesn't come across as alcohol. It's a sweetness that kind of blends into that tropical fruit. It almost makes the mango aspects and the fruit aspects feel juicier. But it's definitely a sweetness from the alcohol, you can tell. But it blends perfectly. It's not over the top. There's no burn, really. Maybe just a tinge, but that's it. From 10.5% though. Covers it up really well. This is great. This is going to fuck me up. It is. Because I'm drinking this whole thing. So, and keep in mind, right before this, I drank an entire head. Wow, that was bad. An entire can of Heady Topper and an entire can of Focal Banger. So, 7%, 8% on those, and we'll move on to a bomber of 10.5. I'll be feeling real nice. So, this is great. The malt bill is really not there to speak of. There's a little bready sweetness, but nothing too crazy. It's not like, I would say Focal Banger that I just had has more of a malt presence than this beer does. This is fruity, tropical fruits, man. Wow. Seriously, I feel like there's coconut in this beer. There's not. But it's like untoasted, just like pure coconut, like the oil, and I don't know. That's just why I keep coming back to that. I don't know why, but it's mostly tropical fruits. That's crazy. Wow. For those that don't know, I would say this is one of the bigger whales that I've reviewed on the channel recently. Except for like some of the Treehouse, like very green, small release stuff. Like this is insanely hard to get. Very hard to get. I still haven't had, I'll be honest, I still haven't had Double Sunshine, which I want to try at some point. I've had Sip a bunch of times, and this is the freshest of this. I will say as this warms now, I am getting a smidge of alcohol burn though on the back. I can actually feel it. But I'm kind of dealing with it because it tastes really fucking good. Wow. That's great. Other aspects of this beer, the mouthfeel on this beer is awesome. It's actually pretty creamy. Medium to medium full. I mean, I wouldn't put it as like, I don't know. It's actually, it's very creamy. It's not thin, even, it's not, I wouldn't even say it's medium. It's definitely above medium mouthfeel. Great mouthfeel. Insane tropical fruit flavors. A little bit of malt backing. Some sweetness. A tinge of alcohol at the end. I actually got it more as like I had a small burp. And that's actually where I noticed it the most. Whatever. That's what happens when you drink more and more as the day goes on. That's killer. Wow. This is one of the best triple IPAs I've ever had. This destroys Exponential Hoppiness by Alpine. They're not even in the same league. It's like the double. Exponential Hoppiness is like the double or single A team for this beer. This is killer. This crushes it. Crushes it. As far as a grade, it's not 100. I mean, it's frigging ridiculous, but I'm going to have a hard time drinking this whole bottle probably. Just to guess, because it's a big beer, but it does it really well. But it's a big beer. Man, I'm so happy I got to try this beer. This is it's ridiculous. I mean, when it comes down to it, you know it's a whale. You know it's a whale when Nate Dogg's sipping on it. I mean, this is crazy good stuff. That was courtesy of Joe, by the way. As far as a grade, I mean, we're 98, 99. I'm probably going to go 99. I mean, you can tell it's 10.5 now that it's warming up a little bit. I'm getting a little bit more of the alcohol, but it's friggin' killer. I mean, it probably should be 100, but there's just so many beers I would drink ahead of this that are 100s. As far as triple IPAs go, this is a 99 because Pliny the Younger is still 100 for me. But I haven't had a ton of triples, so I don't know. But we'll leave it there. I mean, if you can get a bottle of this and you love your hops, I mean, I guess a little bit, just to go back to taste just a smidge. It's got some dankness to it. There's some bitterness here. It's not just a juice bomb by any stretch of the imagination. I mean, this is a big beer, so it's definitely got bitterness, dankness for days, and then just like a table of tropical fruits is what this is. It's awesome. So Geoff, thank you very, very much. I'm so happy I got to try this beer. It's freaking incredible. I owe you huge, dude. Yeah, I mean, the carbonation in this beer is killer. The mouthfeel, this is insanely well made. I would get this all the time if I could. But I wouldn't drink it all the time because it's so big. But yeah, no. 98, 99, probably going to go 99 out of 100 with it. We'll see how it goes with the last half of the bottle and see if it just turns into an alcohol bomb. But I'm drinking this fairly cold, actually, pretty fresh out of the fridge. With this high of ABV, I felt that was probably a smart idea. So we'll leave it there, 99 out of 100. Thanks, Geoff. Thanks for coming behind the bar. Thanks for the likes, subscribes, and comments. And until next time, guys.